Hello, good evening. I'm just doing a quick video about this extremely rare book that I have found and came across online. Now, one of the reasons why I brought this book was because it was marketed as being an old book. As you can clearly see, it's very old. It's actually staples to keep the book together. It has not been bound, there is no cover. And the book itself actually starts from page 207. So it isn't even a complete book, it's actually half a book. And one of the reasons I bought this book originally was because I was looking for old traditional songs or poems from poets within the United Kingdom, and it appears that most of what is in here is written by poets that are from mainly Scotland. There is a lot of Robert Burns in here, so if anyone is a Robert Burns enthusiast, you might be interested in some of his works that I've happened to come across. Now, as we obviously carefully open the book, this page unfortunately was not attached. You can clearly see that one of the first ones that is in this book itself is The Lovely Lass of Inverness by Burns. Now, it clearly says Burns. On some of the pages, it does say R. Burns or it says Robert Burns. All I have found throughout the book and the pages I have here is that not all of the full name has been printed. And again, with some of them, I mean, this one's by Upton, so if anyone knows anything about Upton, excuse my fingernails, I've actually been baking a cake, so I've got chocolate mix stuck in my fingers, so I do apologise. Again, this is another one by Burns. Oh, say, sweet warbling woodlark, stay. And so as you carefully and painstakingly have been flipping through this book, you can actually see how damaged and fox-eared the pages actually are. And unfortunately, this is not a complete book. Now, once I get to page, I think it's 257, it comes across sea songs. And again, Upton seems to be one of the poets or authors, whichever you want to call him, that is featured within this book itself. Now, unfortunately, this has been stapled. So you can see clear staining and indication where the staples were, and they've fallen out of the book. And this is an incomplete book within itself. So what I've been trying to do painstakingly is see if I can find any of these poems or sea shanties online. And unfortunately, what I have found is that a lot of them do not seem to be online. Those that I have been able to find have been a different variation of what's actually been written down in front of me, or they just literally cannot be found at all. So it would be very interesting if somebody had any idea as to potentially what book these pages have come out of. Now, the first page I have of this book with no cover and no name is page 207. But you can't clearly read the name of what is on that page. So if I was to say, if you have got a book of poems at home, or you're a poet enthusiast, or anything about Robert Burns, and you have a book and the page number in your book is 209, and within that book, on page 209, it looks anything like what I'm actually posting online. And if it's The Lovely Lass of Inverness, then this may be the book that this is potentially out of. Now, the last page I actually have on it with for this book itself is page 276. Sorry, 376. So I've got page 209 to page 376. And the last poem that is on these pages is actually two. There's the Thusest Sleepest Thou by John Beckett, and it's actually dated as 1599. And then there is Welcome Sweet Pleasures by T. Wilkes, I think it says, Wilkins. I do apologise, I have dyslexia, so I do struggle. So it would be fantastic if somebody has any idea as to where this book may have originated from. I will be putting all of the poems themselves online. Now, there's two ways I can do this. I've actually found a few websites online where all they've basically done is painstakingly photographed every single page of a book to show evidence of, especially for Robert Burns. But I've not actually done that myself. What I have done is I've been typing out all of these poems and shanty songs on my laptop, and